to our new president, Bridget Jacob. And symbolically, President Bridget will hold that talking stick and will conduct her business with all Rotarians in mind. This is a club of diversity. We're a club of community leaders and a club that appreciates the differences. At the same time, we respect that we cannot always agree with each other. It will be up to the president, holder of the talking stick, to lead our club for the good of all concerned into the future. We put our faith in the new leadership, Bridget Jacob, president of the Rotary Club of Ladner, in the symbolic passing of the talking stick. Carrie Lynn, would you come and present?
You don't get to talk yet. I have to.
Okay, just a few little words. 10 minutes, so sit back, have a drink. Welcome District Governor Bala and his wife Basi, AG Wayne Connerton, special guest Rini Andrott, past President Carrie Lynn, who I'd like to thank for her leadership through the year, visiting Rotarians and guests, and fellow members of the best Rotary Club in the Lower Mainland. Thanks, Wayne. I stand before you today humbled by the confidence you placed in me and asking me to lead you through the 2019-2020 year. It's not lost on me that despite being an experienced trial lawyer, I've only been a Rotarian for 3 years, and I'm about to take on a club full of leaders. You're all leaders in your own right, not just leaders in Rotary, such as past and present RI and 50/40 district officers, past district governors, past presidents, but also both retired and active leaders of business and industry, community leaders, leaders in education, law, business, and government. No, we certainly do not lack for leadership in this club. And it's with some trepidation, but also much enthusiasm that I begin our year together. So let me start with a little story. Once upon a time, a long, long time ago, a teenage girl sat down at the kitchen with her father. She'd had many long chats with him in the past, commuting to and from high school, usually about their mutual interests of travel or politics or science. So the summons to the kitchen for a chat at the start of grade 12 was not unusual. At 15, she knew exactly what she wanted to do with her life and which university she would head to the following September. But now her father, a retired major, demanded in on the secret. What, young lady, he challenged quite directly with some emphasis, are you going to become? A doctor or a lawyer? Now, given the array of options open to any young girl heading out into the world in the mid-70s, it might come as a bit of a surprise for you to learn that in fact the girl did not flinch at the only 2 options proposed by her father. Instead, without a second's hesitation, she responded, a doctor, and I'm going to Africa to help the children. Her father smiled. He was happy enough with the response, and in September the young girl headed off to begin her journey. Now, at about the same time this little girl was born, but a long, long, long way away, another journey began with a surprisingly similar mission to serve. In 1957, a group of local citizens gathered together under the banner of Rotary to take action to better their futures and the prospects of their community. They too had a mission. They formed the Ladner Rotary Club, and in doing so joined millions of other Rotarians worldwide dedicated to fighting disease, promoting peace, saving mothers and children, providing clean water, supporting education, and growing local economies. Fast forward many, many, many years, changes occurred on these parallel journeys. Paths diverged. Some plans were accomplished, others were not. The young woman did travel extensively, but not to Africa until much later. She did earn various degrees, but none in medicine. Her work focused more on law and order rather than health, but she did guide and support at least one child. As for the club's journey, it too evolved. It began as an initial membership of 30 or so middle-aged white businessmen. In 1959, the club sent a local youth on an exchange to New Zealand. In 1988, the Delta Foundation was incorporated. In 1989, women entered the initial mix, and in the ensuing years, other ages and ethnicities added to the diversity of the initial membership. An Interact club was sponsored, and yes, apparently we birthed a couple of other local clubs. Suffice to say, new friendships were forged, and humanitarian aid was provided to countries as diverse as the Philippines and Chile. Locally, a splash park was built, and Christmas trees were lit up. All in all, the changes were for the better, and with the hard work and dedication of its members, the club prospered. Now, the end to this story has not yet been written. Today, together, we celebrate the start of a new chapter in the stories of both the now not-so-young woman and the Rotary Club of Ladner. It took far too long for the two of us to meet, but now that we have, I intend in many ways to pursue my initial dream, perhaps by joining a polio and ID trip to Africa, and the club will gain another pair of hands eager to serve. So enough with the stories. What's the plan for 2019-2020? As we all know, RI President Mark Maloney's chosen theme for the year is Rotary Connects the World. His mission, in his words, to grow Rotary in order to increase Rotary's impact, to expand its reach, enhance participant engagement, and increase our ability to adapt. If we increase our connections, we increase our membership. And with this greater membership, we will achieve more. Mark Maloney asks us to make some fundamental changes to the Rotary experience, which he sees as necessary to grow and engage in diverse membership. True to form, new District Governor Ballard has asked his presidents to embrace that change, and wearing this rather unsightly badge is the first step. I think I prefer to wear the new theme socks, Ballard. Barack Obama said change is never easy, but it's always possible. And we all know that Rotary is an organization that never shies away from the impossible. Just think polio eradication. Rotary has so much to offer, it's hard to imagine anyone not joining once they know what it is and why it's been around for 114 years. We all have our individual stories as to why we join and why we stay in Rotary. You've heard a bit of mine. We need to tell those stories. Sandra, Mike, and Leo, and Diane know about the joy they experience when they help provide clean, filtered water to the communities in Laos. Irene and her committee know of the satisfaction and pride they felt in seeing a 5-year fundraising campaign end in young families enjoying the water park. Chris and Penny and others have wonderful memories of their trip to help vaccinate children against the deadly polio virus. And I, for one, am so grateful for the friendship extended to me over the past 3 years, and for the opportunities Rotary has provided to my son, Tristan. Thanks to Rotary in general, and this club in particular, he's forged new friendships and has many skills and experiences to take away with him to Ryerson in September. So what more can we do in this year ahead, both individually and as a club, to spread the word about Rotary? Once again, we do not lack for leadership in this area. Peter already does a terrific job marketing through his attention to our website. Now it's up to all of us to connect our families, friends, and business associates with the Rotary story. If I join the 21st century and start connecting through Facebook and other social media, which I happily avoided to date, perhaps Richard and Ulf and others will start using Club Runner. Change can start with baby steps after all. We all know the opportunities available in Rotary to connect with others. Rotary connects individuals with new friends locally and around the globe. Think Rotary Friendship Exchange. Rotary connects families to their larger community. Rotary connects people of action to people in need. Rotary connects businesses that own supplies to communities rebuilding from disasters. Rotary connects lawmakers and peacemakers with countries lacking both. Rotary connects medical professionals with people suffering through pain and isolation. Rotary connects qualified teachers with eager young minds yearning to learn. Rotary connects experienced retirees with budding professionals. Think of all the connections you've already made through your association with Rotary. Now think of how you can build on those connections. To me, most of all, Rotary connects dreamers with achievers. In the coming year, we will again hold barbecues, serve Christmas dinner, and distribute Christmas hampers. We will also celebrate peace and advise students on their career choices. On the international side, we will continue to raise money for polio, and we will again take part in distributing water filters, loading containers of medical supplies, and perhaps distribute educational tools overseas. Closer to home, we will hold fundraisers that engage our members in our community, and we will be joined in all these activities by a revitalized Interact Club, who, after all, are the Rotarians of the future. And while we participate in all this good work, we will enjoy the fellowship of spending time with our own club members and other Rotarians in District 5040. Finally, let's redouble our efforts this coming year to extend our hand out to the community, and together make this year one in which each of us connects at least one new person to our phenomenal club and the tremendous association that we call Rotary. Thanks.